I,
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Yo, what's the motherfucking deal? YouTube, this your boy, Coach Donte, in the motherfucking building with you guys. Today, y'all already know how to start with the blasphemy of the blasphemy. We got to start and end it that way. So I got my two good guys for my brothers from the network, my brothers from other mothers, my Eagles brothers, my boy Money Mitch, my boy Robert. How you doing today, guys?
We're doing pretty good.
I'm doing good. Sixers are on right now.
So yeah, yes indeed. So we got some variety of topics today. We got we're gonna start with this the COVID case. Do y'all think the NBA should go to the bubble? We're gonna get to that. Will the Lakers trade Westbrook? Who do you see can break Steph Curry record? And we got what's the most impressive stat of the year? Kevin Durant 51. We got Sabonis 25. We got Chris Paul 18 assists. We got Paul George 8 steals, and we got Westbrook 10 turnovers. So here we go. And we also got another topic that is second. So we're gonna start with my boy Money Mitch. We're gonna start. Should the NBA consider going back to the bubble?
Yes. It's getting to the point where teams are postponing games. Like Chicago had to postpone 2 or 3 games. If only that worked for the Sixers back a couple months ago. We were playing with 7, but that's another story. But yeah, they really should. It's getting to the point where I think it started in Charlotte, I guess, right? With LaMelo. Is that when it all started?
Yeah, I think that's when it started,
Yeah.
And we still almost lost to them twice.
Hey.
Just saying.
I don't want to hear that. But anyway, yeah. I mean, this is going to keep on going and going until they put something to it. And with the Wells Fargo Center, actually, starting on January 3rd, you got to be fully vaxxed to be to go to the games. And Chicago's already doing that, from what I've heard. So teams are starting to crack down on it, which is a good idea, I think.
Yep.
I do think they need to go back to the bubble, because the thing about it is, it's like, this is really getting to ridiculous to the point where pretty much the teams are kind of like postponing games. You know, obviously sometimes they puts. I think, yeah. I mean, I really do think the NBA needs to go back to the bubble, and because it's like, ever since this started in Charlotte, like it's getting really to the point where it's just getting. I feel like it's getting out of hand. So I think having that bubble again, really can narrow things down. Plus, And I say this too. I mean, the only disadvantage of it is because like you're in a neutral site, so pretty much there's no home court advantage to any of the was it 30, 32 NBA teams, give or take. I don't even know how many teams are in the league. 30. Yeah. So I mean, that's just I really do think the Sixers or not Sixers, most of the NBA needs to go into the bubble, and that's just kind of how I see it. If this doesn't, hopefully Andrew Silver can get his heads out of his ass and actually get this under control. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother thing in itself.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we're gonna go to the next topic right here. We got, will the Sixers finally trade Ben Simmons? Money Mitch, will they finally trade him? Hey, I didn't keep put this on the list. I didn't put it on the list. Keep put this on the list.
Of course, when she's not here, she puts it on. Like, I just did a video about that today. I mean, they really should. It's not a matter of being done or not. It's about building your team correctly. But when Sixers were playing Memphis, there was no Joel and no Seth Curry. No one stepped up. Not even Tobias Harris, who's making more money than Joel Embiid, which is like asinine to even think about that.
It is very asinine, man.
With Tobias not doing that, with Tobias not stepping up, you need other players to step up. So it's like, yeah, it's time you need to trade.
That coach spotlight, let me find out that's coach spotlight in the field.
Is it or is I don't know. If it is, what's up?
I mean, I really hope he and that kind of and to finish off Mitch's thing, I really hope
don't ruin my dreams.
Like I was saying, I think Ben Simmons should be traded, and I think the Sixers need to. And with all the drama that's been going on, I feel like Morey handled that in the best way he possibly could, and I believe that obviously with the ass whooping to Memphis, the only guy who ever stepped up was Tyrese Maxey, almost dropping 30 points. But other than that, I mean, Tobias has not lived up to what he. I mean, despite he's only averaging over 19 points a game this year, but still, he's not really living up to the contract. Doc Rivers still has his head so far up his ass, it's like it's not even funny. Like, I mean, this team.
It's funny.
Well, you know where I'm going with this, but overall, I really hope we can get his entitled diva ass out of Philly. That's all I got to say. I really hope he does get traded.
Yes, indeed. So. Like I say, my take on that is.
By the way, good news: Embiid and Kerr is back in the lineup for the Sixers tonight.
All right, so y'all who doing Sixers play-by-play? Nobody.
They're playing Miami.
Okay.
They're playing Miami tonight and Brooklyn tomorrow.
So
well,
go ahead, Robert.
But yeah, no, that's just how I had the thought because it's like I'm so done with Ben Simmons. It's getting it's ridiculous. Like it's like I really pretty much I don't want to lose many more brain cells as it is.
Yeah, like my take on it, man. You had several. Again, it's something like I said earlier during the year. Do the Sixers want? I know the Sixers don't want to trade this guy because you pass up an offer of Malcolm Brogdon when you could have really just gotten him out of that right then and now. But that offer wasn't too good. Now Malcolm Brogdon is a 20-point per game scorer, 8 assist type of guy that the Sixers could have used. That get some extra shooting and scoring and facilitating in that lineup. You asked for too much for Toronto.
And that's the thing too with the Pacers. He also offered a first-round pick along with Brogdon too. Like,
you mean to tell me that wasn't good enough to get Ben Simmons up out of there? Daryl Morey didn't want to make the trade, but you know what? The trade from Houston with James Harden. Tillman Fertitta didn't want to do that trade. So I blame the Rockets for not trading for Ben Simmons on that. I don't blame the Sixers because Daryl Morey really wanted James Harden. The Rockets did not want to give James Harden up to the Sixers. They didn't want to give James Harden up to the Sixers. So that was more on Houston than that. But right now, do Ben Simmons actually got some trade value though? Do he got value?
I do think he still has some value in him. I don't think it's and I'll say this too: the offers that Morey was throwing out was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I kind of understand why you want to boost up his trade value, but I do think he does have some value. and the fact that he's still a decent player but the problem is though, we've seen it for the last 6 years now. He's still a liability on the offensive end of the floor. I mean, I think the other it's just we can't work with that. It's tough, man. It's really tough. And to go on from Donte's point too, about the James Harden thing, the GM and for the Rockets, he declined that out of spite because of Morey leaving that organization. That's just how I see it. It's just look, I'm not, and to give credit to, I know Daryl Morey at times has had a lot of ridiculous offers that he threw out, but all in all, you got to give this guy his dues, for really handling the situation. 2-5 is trying to have that leverage, and Daryl Morey says that no, you do not have that power. I do. It's pretty much Morey actually knows how to actually put his foot down. But that's just kind of there is some trade value to get to for 2-5. That's all I have to say.
Money Mitch, do Ben Simmons still got some value left in him? Do he still actually have value?
Apparently, there's teams that still want him, which I'm shocked. I'm really shocked here. You got the Lakers, you got the Knicks, you got the Trailblazers,
you got the Cavaliers,
and the Cavs. Yeah, I don't understand why the Cavs, because they're on a roll right now.
Yeah, especially with Kevin Love producing off the bench, which is very surprising.
Yeah, so teams still want him. I don't understand why. I don't understand how.
You got to think too. Portland, for example, they lack defense over in Portland because everybody's more offensive minded than anything else. Despite Chauncey Billups, say you're not shooting threes. If you can put 2-5 in Portland, I think that's going to improve their defense significantly. Than in the many years that I remember, the Trailblazers are so bad defensively, and Donte, you can attest to this too. The Portland Trailblazers are horrendous on the defensive end of the floor. Am I wrong here?
Yeah, they're horrendous defensive end on the floor, but if you're just a one-dimensional guy, the only reason you can stay in this league again. If you can just shoot the ball, you last a long time in this NBA league, man. I said it time and time again.
Look at Vince Carter, for example. The guy
Gilbert Arenas came in the NBA, couldn't shoot, and he fixed his jump shot. Jason Kidd turned his jump shot around. LeBron James turned his jump shot around. Now he's a respectable 3-point shooter enough to where you can't get up off of him. So again, you can't be one-dimensional in this league. Yes, you can be a great defender. I don't care how good of a defender you are. You just cannot be one-dimensional on the offensive side of the basketball. And I believe if Ben Simmons can switch and go to the 4, I believe he'll be more effective right there going to the 4 position because since he's 6'10", he can guard, and he can be a point power forward then. I feel like that worked more for Ben Simmons. I don't think the point guard position will work for Ben Simmons. I just think you have to adjust his position. So, again, I think some teams do want him. So he does have some value in him. But what teams are willing to give up for him? What teams are willing to guess what they're willing to give up for him? Do you give up a Buddy Hield for him? Do you give up a C.J. McCollum for him? Do you give up? Do Portland decides, hey, say fuck you, let's give up Lillard? But damn, do you put Tyrese Maxey in that part of the deal? Someone that's been bright for you guys. So do you throw that away? Do you throw Maxey up on there? I don't know if the Sixers will try to make that deal happen. But other than that, we'll find out on that situation. So again, we're gonna go to the Lakers side of things. Money Mitch, will they trade Russell Westbrook? Do you see the Lakers trading Russell Westbrook?
I see them trading Russell Westbrook. When it comes to LeBron James, he wants to win. When something's not working, he'll get a move done. I think he has to notice now that Westbrook wasn't a good fit, but the question is to where, and the Sixers do not want him. That came out today. So that's okay, we're off there. But yeah, he'll get traded.
I think so as well. I mean, I think say what you want about Westbrook. I think he's still a decent player for a guy his age. I mean, obviously he's so obsessed with the triple doubles, but I think he's still a productive player. But where the fit is, who knows? Obviously, it's not. We're seeing it. It's not with the Lakers because like I feel like Russell Westbrook is holding the Lakers back to some extent. Plus, I mean, obviously that team can't stay healthy for a whole number of reasons. But I do think Westbrook will be traded at some point in time, and that's just all I have to say.
Like I say, I believe. You know what I believe? I don't believe they will trade Russell Westbrook. I don't believe they will actually do it. If they can consider it, I believe they'll listen to calls, see what they can get for him. But I don't believe, they'll consider trading him. I don't believe LeBron James will consider trading Russell Westbrook after he brought the man to LA. But if they trade him, I'll say again, I mean, I won't be. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But Westbrook is not all the problems for the LA Lakers. They have a bunch of problems on that team. I mean, how about not playing any perimeter defense? How about not playing that? Not putting it together on defensive end? How about the coaching rotations that Frank Vogel makes almost every single game they play? So again, man, I don't believe Russell Westbrook is the whole problem. I believe he's some of the blame. He's some of the problem. He's not all the problem. Just like Derek Carr for the Raiders, he's not the whole. Nobody thinks. He's not the problem of the team. Is you going to put all the blame? Is you going to put some blame on Carr? Yes, because he's the quarterback of the team, and he will do that for himself. But he's not the whole problem. Just like Russell Westbrook, he's not all of the problem. He's some of the problem, but not this whole problem. So here we go. We got my guy, old school Raider Earn in the building. What's
up? Good afternoon.
Round
I want to chime in and sharpen my basketball skills with y'all. You know what I'm saying? My Raiders look like the season's over. Might as well make the transition.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all sub up to my guy Raider Earn, man. He will be doing the game in Cleveland. We got coach to help him do the game against Cleveland.
Right. My dude.
Hope they can get a win. Hope they can get a win against Cleveland, even though it may not matter to them. But yeah. Raider Earn, what you think? You think the Lakers should trade Russell Westbrook? What you think they should do?
It's just a bad fit in LA for him. Russell's a good player. LeBron's a good player. The Lakers are a good organization. Hell, we don't know. Vogel might even be a halfway decent coach, but you'll never know with that hot mess of chemistry bumble they got going on. I really, really think I just don't know if the Lakers are willing to do what they're going to have to do to make a trade to get Dame happen. I think Dame would want to play with LeBron. I think they would be a good fit.
Dame's not
I
leaving.
don't know. They might have to give up a lot. But it's the Lakers. You don't put nothing past the Buzz family, especially me.
That is true. How about Curry? Could Curry get traded to the Warriors? I mean, the Warriors, the Lakers.
You're speaking blasphemy, sir. We're not letting Curry go anywhere. That is a Warrior till the day he retires, and then even then, I think we got a contract on him to be a broadcaster or something. He got a lifelong contract with the Warriors.
Curry's probably going to be like the. Yeah, I mean, I mean, this is kind of what Mitch said. Like, I don't think Westbrook is a good fit for the Lakers. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of any other team that can probably use somebody like a player like Russ. Though that's the thing.
All right, I'm gonna put this. Go ahead, Robert. My fault. I'm gonna put this comment right back, and we're gonna all answer this comment. But do you think the Lakers? It's time just no. Long as LeBron James on this Lakers team is not a rebuilding team. Hell no, it's not.
I think you could probably retool. My idea is just to get younger because your older players are at times can produce sometimes, and that's the thing too. Like the Lakers cannot stay healthy. That is the problem with that organization. At times they cannot stay healthy. Like AD and Dwight can't see eye to eye. I mean, we saw that with the little scuffle that they had on the bench. So I mean, the chemistry is just off. Frank Vogel, the rotations that he does is like we've seen that from our side from under Doc Rivers, but in terms of like coaching, it's a little bit different. But the questionable rotations is plain to see. LeBron's still good at 37. I mean, you still got. I mean, AD's still a good player. I mean, that team's still good. He's just got to get younger. And you're seeing like these old former Lakers, like Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, kind of really taking that next step. And I kind of feel like it's just like maybe I think just like it's hard to get some playing time over with the Lakers because that's what such a big market. Because obviously it's in Los Angeles. I mean, California is just it's like a big market state in my honest opinion. But that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah, I believe. Go ahead, Raider. Go ahead, my fault.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't think it's time for them to rebuild in Los Angeles. As far as the Lakers are concerned, you can't really rebuild around LeBron. He doesn't have that left in his career. He's only got a couple years left. You're gonna have to just try to, like you said, you're gonna have to retool around LeBron, sign these guys to 2-year contracts, and then when LeBron leaves, then that's when you blow everything up and start from the beginning. But in the meantime, you have LeBron on your team. Rebuild is almost like unheard of.
That's unheard of. You would never. LeBron. One thing I know about LeBron, as long as he's been in this NBA in this league, I don't think you would never have to rebuild. I don't think you would never have to. LeBron never wants to rebuild.
That's not happening. Even though the Trailblazers themselves say he's unavailable in trade talks.
Think about when he went to Miami. Did he want to rebuild now? No, because Dwayne Wade brought him there, and Chris Bosh came along with him. Cleveland.
And he also got. I think at that one point he also had Ray Allen on that team as well.
Cleveland. Cleveland was already kind of built up for LeBron James to come down because you had Kyrie Irving now. The Lakers. Now the Lakers. This is the point that get me. Brandon Ingram. They trade Brandon Ingram. Trade Lonzo Ball. Trade Kuzma, even though he did win a championship. So LeBron is not a rebuilding type of guy. LeBron is a winning type of guy. He wants to win right then and now, regardless of what any team he go to. He can go back to Cleveland right now, even though they're doing well. And he's going to try to get all them young guys up out of there. He wants to bring more veterans, more big names. That's what it was all about this year. Big names coming out trying to win a championship. And that's probably dividing the locker room up at this point of time. And I think Dame is too loyal to Portland. Like Coach Spotlight said, and all of us, I think he's just too loyal. He just keep coming out and said, hey, I want to win. I want to win where I'm at. I'm not too big on teaming up with another superstar. And sometimes loyalty can hurt you. Loyalty can hurt you a lot, man. He gotta realize it's time to go, man. It's time. I did my time. I did my jail time here in Portland. Now it's time for me to be free. Maybe he has to team up with a Joel Embiid. Maybe he has to go team up with a LeBron James. Maybe he has to do that to try to get that step to win a championship. Maybe if Damian Lillard does go, maybe you unleash CJ McCollum. Maybe it will be time. That's when you start breaking up that whole team and start going into a full rebuilding site. So again, man, Damian Lillard too great of a player. I would hate to see him stuck in Portland and this organization not building anything around this type of guy, type of player. And so we got
didn't build anything around him.
Go ahead,
Mitch.
What?
I'm sorry,
Robert.
I was gonna add to that. Like at times too, like if I'm Damian Lillard, I feel like Damian Lillard at times like he's tired of being a one and done in the playoffs. Yeah, I think that too. Like they choked against the Denver. Was it Denver? No, who did Portland play in the playoffs?
They didn't choke. They got swept.
Or they got
they got swept. They got swept up out of there by Denver. They got swept.
That's the one where Dame was going off at the end of the game, every game, trying to get them back into it, right?
Yeah,
it's
crazy. Just like, I kind of do feel it's just like, I think at times, like you said, loyalty nowadays, it's like it does hurt you, and at times, like you can't really. I mean, we saw that LeBron, when he got drafted by Cleveland, spent majority, his good chunk in Cleveland. And then he started to realize that the organization was not doing anything to really help fix to win. Moves on to Miami with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, just to name a few. With a couple times. win a couple NBA championships with them, then goes to the Lakers, wins a championship with them. Like, it just shows, like, at times, actually, I'm sorry, not with the Lakers, but, go right back to Cleveland, wins a championship with Cleveland, then moves on to the Lakers, then wins a championship with them. I mean, dude's already building up, can continue to add to his Hall of Fame resume, but I just feel like, and he's shown it too, like, loyalty can't get you anywhere. It's just how it is.
That's fact.
Yep, that is. So we got the next topic. Did anyone see Steph Curry breaking the record? If so, who would?
I think Raider Earn saw it.
Who would break it? Who would break the record? Who y'all think will be the next one to break Steph Curry record? And
I don't think no one's going to break that record. I really don't think so.
I know who it's going to be, but I don't know his name. The guy is
from the Hawks.
Not born yet.
I mean,
yeah, he's not born yet. It's gonna be a long time.
It is.
I think that record's going to stand for as long as it's going to be. It's the same thing. It's kind of how I said, remember this too. Like when Kobe Bryant was close to breaking Wilt Chamberlain's all-time most points in a game, it was only 20 points shy of reaching 100. So I mean, or 19, whatever the case may be. It's just like some records are not meant to be broken. Obviously, that one, I don't think no one's going to break Curry's record because I think you're being suspected. You're affected up there with Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, probably one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. I mean, it really does. It does says a lot. I think D said maybe Booker might be. I mean, that only time will tell, though. I mean, it depends if he.
I got
Booker's good and everything, but he's not hitting threes at the rate Curry does.
No,
Curry hits them just like in crazy rate.
You got two? Oh,
Trae Young, LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Trae Young, LaMelo Ball. Trae Young is. I was looking at his stats. He's like right out the gate. He made like 200 threes in first year, so he's almost at 600 right now. He's basically there. LaMelo.
James Harden is not 900 away from Steph Curry. James Harden is not 3-pointers away from Steph Curry. James Harden's possibility can catch Reggie Miller by the end of this season. James Harden can possibly catch Reggie Miller by the end of the season. So James Harden is a huge possibility, but I don't think he would catch Steph Curry. I think he would catch Reggie Miller. He would definitely get Reggie Miller by the end of the year, I believe. He would definitely get Reggie Miller.
Wow.
I mean, people were saying Luka, but he's not really like
because like Curry's just was a walking 3-point bucket.
Yeah.
You know what'd be funny? What about his younger brother Seth?
Seth hasn't had the luxury that Steph has had. Steph came to an organization where he's like a god, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, despite people actually, and I remember, and that's the thing too. I remember like people criticized him for being too small when Steph came into the league. I remember that.
The biggest criticism about Steph when he came into the league is we used to call him spaghetti ankles because every fucking time he made a cut, this dude was damn near breaking his ankle. It was like, damn,
he's still doing it. He still does that,
but he's not missing games because of it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
When I said breaking ankles, I didn't mean like somebody else's. I meant his own.
Yeah, because that Steph Curry problem was he had ankle issues when he first came in the league. And I knew Stephen Curry was going to be very, very, very good because that year, his rookie season, when he first came into the NBA, the guy, Davidson, everybody know Davidson College is pretty much a small college school. He took them to the League 8. He took them to the Final Four. And I knew Stephen Curry could possibly be special in the NBA at that point in time. Now, it was tough. It was tough when he first came in because he started having ankle issues and stuff like that. And the man was already averaging like 17 points per game when he first got into the NBA. So it tells you a lot about Stephen Curry. And I like the way how they built their team to the draft. But I sure hate the way they gave up on Mark Jackson too, man. I don't know why is this man not a coach in the NBA. I don't know why is he not a coach in the NBA.
We'll take him. Sixers will.
Huh?
Sixers will take him.
Sixers would, but would they give him Will they actually give him a head coaching job though?
That's about Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, he should be a coach in this league. I don't know how after he developed all of those guys, the Warriors all of a sudden let him go, and Steve Kerr all of a sudden just finishes the deal.
Yeah.
Finishes the deal. He put down.
Bryan almost built a dynasty over there at Golden State.
I mean, he put a better system around the coach. He put a better system around them. But Mark Jackson put the culture in those guys and develop those young guys, man. I like the Mark Jackson, man.
He did all the work.
Yeah.
And then Steve Kerr was just like icing on a cake, I guess.
Yeah, especially Kerr, from a former player himself, and the fact that he's seeing some of these rookies, and he even comes out too, like, saying about even when Joel Embiid, when he dominates, it's like he hasn't really seen that in
Mark Jackson a bad coach? Really?
No,
I don't think Mark Jackson is a bad coach.
If I'm not mistaken, did Mark Jackson even have did the Golden State even actually had a winning season under Mark Jackson? Maybe a couple.
They were several winning seasons under Mark Jackson.
Yeah, we had, I think, 49 wins the first year we had Steph, when we had Monte Ellis still. I think it was right under 50.
Oh, he wasn't a bad coach. Yeah, he's a pretty good coach, man. He developed Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. All of them guys came up in a drought and stuff like that. They worked together. They worked together in the drought, man. They came up together and won and built.
That core has been together for damn near 10 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy that people look at it, but we're seeing Steph Curry kind of. I think he's really good. I think by the time Curry's done, I think he's really making his case to be in the Hall of Fame by far. The fact that you broke Reggie Miller's record the first time, and then you moved up chasing Ray Allen, which is like a whole nother, like the fact that I just feel like Curry's an elite shooter he's kind of like the best of the best. Like, and it's just like people always want to try to replicate him.
He changed the whole way the NBA is played these days. Before the generation before Steph was that was the big man generation, right? Where everybody wanted to have a big man, the 1-2 combination, like Shaq and Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like if you have two dominant guards that can shoot from the outside, then that's what you build your team around. It's like completely Steph and Klay changed the way that GMs build their teams.
Wait, let me ask you guys something real quick. I heard about this a couple days ago. If Allen Iverson was in his prime playing with Joel Embiid, would they be better than Shaq and Kobe?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So if Allen Iverson was playing in his prime with Joel Embiid, would they be better than Shaq and Kobe?
In their prime?
Yes. Everyone in their prime. If Allen Iverson was playing with Joel Embiid, would they be better than Shaq and Kobe? Guys in the chat, I would like an answer.
Just talent-wise, I think they would be damn close.
That is super close,
man. I think that is really close because you got AI that can score over anybody. You got AI that can score over anybody. You got Joel Embiid who can shoot the basketball. And matter of fact, Joel Embiid, Shaq was dominant. Joel Embiid can shoot threes too. He will be a mismatch, but obviously Shaq will be Shaq and Joel Embiid pretty much, man, they can bang with each other. But the only thing Joel Embiid can do better is shoot the ball.
And he can shoot free throws better too.
I think Shaq is more dominant in the paint, though.
Oh Shaq.
Nobody can stop
anybody.
But Hakeem Olajuwon.
Shaq will be more.
Olajuwon's the only one who can fuck with Shaq.
Like perimeter wise, I think Joel might have the more of an advantage because he knows how to go from use the perimeter to his advantage, whereas like Shaq, he was mostly more like the old school down low bully ball, like bring down the back. The fact that he can bring down the backboards, it's like it kind of shows. I mean,
he almost did that in Philly. I saw it. He almost did that in Philly. I was there.
Shaq has some trouble though. Shaq has some trouble defending people like that though. Like Olajuwon made that dude look like a damn deer in the headlight. Shaq had anybody who guarded Olajuwon though. Anybody that guarded Olajuwon, Olajuwon just was better. Was basically better than him. in that point of time. He was just better than. There was no way you can really actually guard that dude.
That's a mismatch. No, every night that's a mismatch.
I mean, it comes a point of time when you put two dudes on this guy and they still couldn't stop him. You still won't be able to stop him. And he always put a different move every single night. Different move every single night. You would never see the same move. And like he got the all-time lead in shot blocks. Nobody's close to him in blocking shots. He has the all-time lead in block shots. All-time lead. Nobody. The second is the Kinde Mutombo. He's not even close. He wasn't even close to the record. He wasn't near even close to the record.
I miss Mutombo.
I miss that dude too. I miss Mutombo too. So
No.
That commercial.
I think everybody should remember the commercials.
Oh my goodness.
Comes out all the time.
Like, I mean, that's the thing too. It's just like I kind of feel like Elijah one. I'm not mistaken too. Like, I feel like he was like a special breed because I feel like he was like an athletic big man. Where you're seeing these kind of like you're seeing like these big men nowadays. It's like something. I would have think that's how. And there's a feel like there's like some players that could really kind of do change it. Like me, I feel like Elijah one always has been like a nightmare. Because I just feel like the guy was so athletic for a guy his size, and you were seeing it, even in the modern NBA, we're seeing like players like Joel Embiid, Jokic, just to name a few, like are so athletic, and you don't really see, old school down in the paint kind of players. I mean, there's maybe very few, but it's not few far in between.
Yeah.
So what's the next topic, Donte?
I got you. I was just gonna get to that now. So we got who has the most impressive stat this season? We're gonna go with Kevin Durant 51, Sabonis 25 rebounds. You got Chris Paul 18 assists, Paul George 8 steals, and Russell Westbrook 10 turnovers. Money Mitch.
Dang.
Damn.
Ooh. I'm gonna say not KD because that's like typical.
Yeah.
But none of those other lines really wow me like the 25 rebounds though.
Oh yeah.
I think for me, I'm going to go with Sabonis because KD, we all know he can score 30 plus a night. I mean, that's obvious. Chris Paul, I mean, it's a great assist machine. I mean, the guy hasn't had what was it like 15,000 assists, 18,000 in his total career. I mean, and the 10 turnovers, which is not surprising because Westbrook knows how to turn the ball over. I'm going to have to go with Sabonis because despite Sabonis is more of an offensive player, the fact that he grabbed 25 boards is something that's really we haven't really seen out of Sabonis. Despite the fact the Pacers they might blow up that team or that franchise, I should say.
I'm going to say Paul George. 8 steals, correct? 8?
Yep.
Yeah, he usually gets like what 1 or 2 a game. To have 8 in a single game. That's impressive.
What's the record? Like 13 or 14 in a game?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I want to know what the single game record is. Because I have a feeling in this if it's 13 or 14, the fact that he was only 5 steals short of kind of tying that record.
It looks like hold on. Oh my God, Larry Keegan with 11.
Oh my God!
I have to say that rebound line. That's probably the most impressive to me because we haven't seen rebound numbers like that I can recall since Dennis Rodman. That's the type of shit Dennis Rodman used to do.
And you've ever seen some of these players Drummond has done it. You had Embiid has done it a couple of times
last year. I remember that McConnell had 9, and what happened? He was on Indiana.
So
everybody's rookie of the year. Y'all ain't baiting me into that again like you did last week. Y'all got me to say Jordan Poole last week, and he's not a rookie.
No, I don't think he's really a player. I'm gonna go with the 10 turnovers since people stole my I was gonna go with Sabonis with 25 rebounds. I was gonna go with 18 steals with Chris Paul, but Chris Paul can get that in his sleep. He can always get that. I was gonna go with 8 steals, but Money Mitch took it away. But so I'm gonna go in a different direction. I'm gonna go with Russell Westbrook 10 turnovers. Kevin Durant can get 51 pretty much anytime he wants to. If he ball hogs, he can get fucking 51. So he can get that in this league. So I'm gonna take the 10 turnovers. That's 10 possessions your team didn't get a shot of off this one guy. 10 turnovers, going full speed as he always do. Going out of control, doing crazy stuff. You get 10 turnovers in the game. I'm surprised the coach don't even pull you for that.
Or at least get you benched.
I mean, you should get benched anytime you throw at least 10 turnovers, or you throw even 7 turnovers. You should really get pulled, man. I don't know what he's looking for, but Westbrook plays at one pace.
Like the one game the 2 turnovers he throws into the stands where nobody was known as his teammates were looking. It's like, and it's like, I literally just I just shook my head. It's like, are you kidding me? How do you miss? It's like
with turnovers like that. Being a Warriors fan, we're used to that. Where Steph makes a lot of threes and spectacular plays, a lot of turnovers. People are like, what in the hell was you throwing?
Yeah,
bro?
Yeah, because I think we both had like double digit in turnovers when you guys were in Philly.
Yeah,
I mean we see, and even when we're playing, where are you guys in San Francisco now?
Yeah.
Because Philly, Golden State's kind of went from bouncing from Oakland to San Fran, but I mean, Warriors. I can remember the Warriors actually putting them double digit turnovers, depending on the game that they play. Yeah. I mean, it's really. I don't think it's really nothing new from the Warriors, but I just feel like that's something that the Warriors need to clean up tremendously.
It's been like that for almost a decade, and they just don't seem to care. They're like, if it's working, then you just style of ball.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through the scores around the league right now. Right now it's not looking good for my Rockets in Cleveland. It is 16. It is 40-16 right now. Rockets ain't showing up.
Yikes.
The Atlanta Hawks 37. The Magic 32. Poor AJ. We just the Atlanta Hawks they gonna try to have blowout city. They kind of upset because my Rockets didn't soften them up a little bit going into Orlando. We got the Miami Heat. Of course, they up against Philadelphia right now, 29-18. That's not looking good for Philadelphia. So we're gonna start with these. Lakers versus Mavericks. Money Mitch, who you got in this game?
Mavericks. I got the Mavericks. Luka's gonna go off.
I'm going to go with Mavericks as well. Luka's going to go off. I think pretty much the entire team's going to go off against the Lakers.
so contrary to what Freddie might think, back in the day, I was actually like, I really did. Okay, let me clarify. So when it comes to football, I have one team and one team only.
Yeah.
When it comes to basketball, I'm a little bit more loose with it. So the Warriors have always been my team, but I've always adopted a second team. So when the Lakers had Shaq and Kobe, that was my second team. And I say all this to say, I have a special place in my heart for the Lakers, but like, no, I want to be able to talk shit to Freddie and Eric. So I'm taking the Mavericks.
Oh, that's me. That's me. Let me get that cover right quick. That's my TV in the background. My bad.
You're good.
I do love LeBron though. As a person, I think LeBron is the shit.
All right, Lakers going to win. Okay, he got the Lakers. So who we got? We got the Milwaukee Bucks at 18-11 going against the Indiana Pacers, the rebuilding Indiana Pacers. Who you got, Money Mitch?
The Bucks don't have Giannis. COVID. I'm still going with the Bucks.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to go with the Bucks too. Like, no matter how shorthanded they are, they're going to still find a way to win. They're still going to win games. Like, obviously, like Mitch said, Giannis is going to be out for quite some time. Obviously, even when Middleton was out, I mean, the Bucks, actually have found a way to win games without Chris Middleton. I mean, you still got Pat Connaughton, who's been kind of impactful for that team. I mean, you still got Drew Holiday on that squad. Still pains me, the Sixers fan, to see how great he's still doing in his career. It's just like this team has they had that team well built. No matter if Giannis goes down with an injury, or obviously now this time, and health and safety protocols. I just kind of feel like Bucks are going to take the dub against the Pacers.
Mr.
I'm taking the Bucks for no other reason that I'm a firm believer in Chris Middleton after watching the NBA Finals last year. I didn't know much about him. I watched him. I was like, this dude he's a good fucking basketball player. And I'm not feeling the Indiana Pacers. I never have liked them. I don't have a reason why. I just don't.
You want to hear something funny? In our fantasy league, the Spotlight Basketball League, someone let go Chris Middleton. I'm like, give me.
Oh, yeah.
In Middleton.
Man. Yeah. I don't mind if I do, huh?
I'm like, I got Luke hard. I'm like, give me Middleton. So my starters are LaMelo, Fred VanVleet, Middleton, Giannis, and Capella.
Okay.
So we got kind of the shit bowl bowl coming right here. We got we're really OKC is better than what they else. OKC is.
I didn't know the Knicks were playing tonight.
Huh?
I didn't know the Knicks were playing tonight.
I didn't. Yeah, you just said the Knicks. How you know if I was talking about the Knicks? You don't know if I was
because they played last night and they lost.
You got OKC. You got OKC, who's better than what they are. 8-18. You got 8-21 Pelicans. Who you guys got?
I got the Thunder.
All right.
We got SGA is pretty much that star of that team. I mean, plus the fact that the Pelicans are having a hard time getting Zion under control it's a whole nother situation in itself. I mean, I feel like and like they say, give it 5 years, 10 years time, it's going to be the OKC Thunder. You know, I do firmly believe that hopefully the Thunder can be what they were when they had Harden, Durant, Westbrook, you know, that team that actually was in the playoffs, but obviously fell to the Portland Trail Blazers. But I really do believe I'm a huge firm believer of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
All right. Who you got, Mr. Earn?
I'm gonna go with the Thunder.
Okay.
Just the Pelicans are the Pelicans, bro.
All right. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna take the Pelicans right here. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go upset City tonight.
You always go upset.
I love it. It's right the bottom.
Don't do it.
Bottom, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it right there.
You get the upsets right. Like, I picked the Celtics and there was the Cavs. You took the Cavs. I'm like, geez.
Hey,
you have Eric. Wait, Donte, do you have Eric's sunglasses somewhere? Is that how you're doing these upset picks?
Yeah, you got to.
Like I told y'all earlier in the season when y'all all pick Portland, now the only one pick Cleveland. And Cleveland ended up beating them people. I told y'all Cleveland.
Well, that was the beginning of the year. I thought Portland would do something.
I told you Cleveland was gonna beat the people. We're gonna beat them down people. All right, so we got well, if y'all want to consider this pretty much a type of game, but you could. So we got the 15-14 Charlotte Hornets going to the Lone Star State in San Antonio, Texas. They're gonna play the 10-16 San Antonio Spurs. Money Mitch, who you got?
Is LaMelo playing? No, wait, no. LaMelo's in the G League with his brother, LiAngelo. So they're in the G League right now. So, dang.
I'm going to go with
I'm trying to go for the upset here, but give me the Hornets.
I'm going to go upset with the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, it's Greg Popovich we're talking about here. They got some good
coaching.
And plus, I mean, you got a decent coaching staff there. Hopefully, pretty much Becky Ham is probably going to be. I hope he will be the successor to Popovich for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, you got DeJounte Murray, who's been pretty good for them. You don't know who else is over there with San Antonio, but I think I'm going to go with upset San Antonio beating the Charlotte Hornets.
Mr.
I'm going with the Spurs because of Greg Popovich, and they beat my Warriors. I mean, any team that beats my Warriors, I don't care about their 10-16 record. I'm a believer.
I got you. I was going with the upset too. I'm going for the Spurs. Yeah, even though they're 10-16, they're a better team than 10-16. God damn it, they're a better team. Long as Greg
Oh,
Popovich coaching this league, I will always respect him. I think he will always be the best coach to me, long as he exists in this league. You got a great young core. I like the way they develop guys, man. They develop talent.
There's a great coaching staff behind Popovich too. Like his great assistants.
It's easy when you pick people that you don't know, that you never heard of.
Like DeJounte Murray, I didn't know who the hell that guy even was.
I didn't know who Derek White was. I knew who Devin Vassell was. I knew who Lonnie Walker was because he played at University of Miami. And then they'll just pick some people in the later rounds that you would never thought they would ever pick. And all of a sudden they come in, they turn into GM. So you got to give credit to them the way they develop talent in that organization and stuff like that. Like some NFL teams, they don't know how to even develop. Like I ain't gonna lie, the Eagles, we have no idea how to develop talent. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Everybody we let walk. They the best. They down there the best receiver in the league, like Nelson Aguilar. He fixed his hands all of a sudden. He fixed his hands.
Are you trying to get me upset?
No, I ain't trying to get you upset. I'm just saying that's what you call develop talent. I wish some of these teams stop giving up on players early and learn how to develop like the Lakers. The Lakers don't like no talent.
Detroit Pistons. Are you serious? Detroit Pistons.
They don't know how either.
They don't know. Gone. I'm going on.
Man, Drummond. I mean, they screwed over.
Hey, he wasn't.
Spencer Dinwiddie was good with the Pistons. He just stayed hurt a lot. They always good with the Detroit Pistons, but they just stayed hurt a lot. They just got even better when they went to better team. They just got even better. So.
Oh my God!
We should have
getting killed. 31 God damn it!
Yeah, we should have
Matty finally is coming alive.
So we got the 12 and 15 Minnesota Timberwolves. If the playoffs start today, they are in a play-in tournament. Denver is also, if the playoffs start today, they're in a playoff tournament. So you got a 14 and 13 Denver. Mitch, who you got?
So Denver versus Timberwolves.
Yep.
Is it in Denver? It's in Denver, right?
It's in Denver. Yeah.
I'm going Denver. It's hard to win in that environment. Sixers did it, but it's hard.
We own the Nuggets, but I'm going to go with Minnesota because the fact that, and I said this before too, like the fact that they got a new GM, a new head coach, like Karl Anthony Towns has stepped up. Anthony Edwards is still a stud for that squad. I mean, you still got Patrick Beverly over there. I mean, that team has really, despite what their record says, they have, exceeded what their expectations should have been, despite, many of the different years of them being kind of at the bottom of the barrel. And I do think if one team can beat Denver at home in Denver, I think any team should. Because I mean, like Mitch said, our Sixers, we took care of business in Denver. So I mean, I can't see why not.
We still lost. I mean, we won the first one. We lost the second.
Okay. Mr. Earn, who you got?
Give me Denver at home.
Okay. I respect that.
I like Karl Anthony Towns, but give me Denver at home.
I got Minnesota. I'm gonna go Minnesota. Told y'all I'm picking all upset picks except one team, and that one team is coming out. I'm picking all upsets except one team. I don't know. Y'all already know. Except Portland, I'm gonna let y'all know that. But right now, I'm not picking.
No, you gotta pick Portland.
No, I don't. I don't have to pick. Everybody else, every other upset team, I'm picking, but I'm not picking Portland. No, I'm not picking. We got the Los Angeles Clippers, who are 16 and 12 right now, going up against the third best team in the Western Conference, 19 and 7 Utah Jazz. We got Money Mitch. We got.
That's a good game. Oh my God, that's a real good game.
Yeah, that's.
Come back to me.
I'm gonna go with Utah.
Okay.
They got some good talent on that team. I know it's gonna be a very close game between the two. It's not gonna be a blowout. I know that for a fact.
All right. That's a good pick. Mr. Earn, who you got, Mr. Earn?
Utah does have young talent. They have Rudy.
Stupid French fry.
It's not Rudy from Dang, I forgot the movie.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, it's not Rudy from Rudy.
Because I want Utah to lose. Because I need them to fall down in the thing, in the standings a little bit more. I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Clappers. Come on, y'all.
There we go. There we go.
They're the Clappers. So all they do is clap for the Lakers.
You know what?
There we go.
Joining you.
I'm with Ray Earn right here, man. I'm picking number of upsets tonight, except one team. That's it. But I'm going with the Los Angeles Clippers. Right now, they're the best team in Los Angeles. Right now, they are the best team.
They are.
Yeah.
They own LA right now.
They own the Lakers right now. Yeah, Eric, I said it. Yeah,
You know what
Freddie,
I
I
found?
said it. They own LA
I
right now.
found crypto.com on Twitter.
I said it. They
I'll
own
put that in
LA.
the group chat.
So we got. Oh Lord, I'm picking Memphis just to let y'all know. I'm picking Memphis in this game. But you got the 11. You got the 17 and 11 Memphis Grizzlies going up against the 11 and 17 Portland. Money Mitchell, you got
Memphis. They crushed us. They're gonna win
the
again.
records again.
11 and 17.
11 and 17 is Portland.
Yeah.
And what's Memphis?
17 and 11, I think.
Opposite, basically.
I want to go with Dame because Dame went to the same school where my same high school where my kids went. Oakland, shout out Oakland High School Wildcats. I want to go with Dame, but with no CJ, bruh. And I've been paying attention to Memphis, but their record sounds like there's something nice. I'm gonna have to go with Memphis, bro.
Yeah, I'm going with Memphis. We got to sweep across the board. I'm not big. That's the only.
CJ
I just don't believe in Portland without CJ.
CJ's not coming back for God knows how long with the collapsed lung. He's not coming back for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's out indefinitely for the rest of the year.
All right, so we got the Washington Wizards, who are 15 and 13, going up against the 11 and 17 Sacramento Kings. Money Mitchell, you got.
Give me the Kings.
Okay.
Give me the Kings.
I'm going with Sacramento as well.
Me.
Because I know, obviously, Boston got some momentum. I think they are going to. Is it that home or away for Sacramento?
They home.
They're
Okay,
home.
yeah. So Sacramento.
Yeah, so you guys know what my channel is called, right? It's West Side Sports Radio. So in Sacramento, last time I checked, they play in Sacramento, right?
Yep.
Sacramento's in California, and California's on the west. So we're going with the Kings, baby.
Right. Well, we're gonna round it out. I got the Sacramento Kings as well. Last time I picked every upset pick except Portland. I'm not picking Portland. Not picking Portland at all. Their organization, I mean, just a pretty bad organization in this league. So again, man, that's the we will put an end to the Fadeway Podcast right here, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that came through the stream. Shout out to Coach Spotlight, man. We holding it down for you, Coach Spotlight. Shout out to my boy Money Mitch, my boy Robert, my guy Raider Earn right here. The festivities for this weekend for the network, which you guys are gonna see. Thursday night, I forgot Thursday night is Coach's Corner, Coach Donte. We talk about the hottest topics, man. That always a great show. We always get a lot of people to attend. Got the Coach's Corner. Then Friday we got me, we got Robert Key, and probably a special guest coming on Between the Lines podcast. That is Nothing But Baseball. Saturday we got some plethora of games. Me and Raider Earn will be doing Cleveland and Oakland. And then
not Oakland.
I mean, that's still stuff. Las Vegas Raiders, they get beat so bad. Go to say Oakland. Godly, they got beat so goddamn bad.
I know that too. To add to what
the Raiders,
without Donte too. You guys will see me finally actually doing my first hockey live stream on my channel as well. I've been holding that on for a while.
Right?
I got to change up the content though. I mean, I'm doing the Capitals and the Flyers are home against the Capitals, and then Sunday, January 2nd, I will be live for the Eagles are on the road against the Washington football team. So most of you guys can stay for that.
We will have then we got Joe doing the game. I think he's doing the Ravens game. The Ravens and Packers. We got Classified Joe doing the Ravens and
yes, sir.
Packers. And I'm doing
That's
the
a good one.
Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to be doing the 7 o'clock, 7:15 game. Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots. I'm going to be doing that game.
Ooh,
That game
That's gonna be a
exciting.
good game.
Then we got Sunday. I will be doing a Washington football team on Sunday versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Then we also got the debate show coming up on Sunday morning at 10 Spotlight versus All Sports All Plays.
No, that's Sunday night. I thought that was night.
Sunday night. Okay, Sunday night.
Because we got the morning show on Sunday.
Huh?
We got the morning show on Sunday.
Okay. So after the morning show, I got the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Then at 7 o'clock, you will be seeing Coach Donte and ASAP's Jay McLovin. We will have our first ever many more Rockets, Astros, Houston H-Town Sports show. We'll be talking about nothing but Rockets, Astros. We will be talking, then back it up on that night. We will be having the ASAP Sports Network versus the Spotlight Sports Network debate.
Right. I got to head out.
Okay, those are the festivities for this weekend. Comment, like, and subscribe at the Spotlight Sports Network. Go get your merch, you guys, and we will go ahead. We're gonna end it out how first way we started. We're gonna end it out like this, guys.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.